Thank you for that slide. That was lovely. That was lovely. Getting faster and faster. No. That's a good girl. Now I'm starting to feed her a little bit away from me because how she's wanting to slant in front of me. I'm going to start encouraging her to stay even a little bit away from me. Good girl. Good girl. Have you done anything like this before? This way. Over there. There, good girl. What a good, sweet girl. What a good, sweet girl. Yeah, very nice. Good girl. Good girl. Nick, can you go this way? Do you want to do a spin all the way around? Right, just so I can take a spin. She added in just that little bit of movement, and now she's like, oh, now I'm going to get reinforced for moving. I'm going to need to move, move, move. We're going to go back to just standing still again. Good girl. That was a good girl. Love when it clicks in their mind like that of, oh, I can control when I get food. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So because she can be so much in our space, I'm clicking her looking away. I don't do that with all horses, horses that are a little less tentative to be in your space. But a big girl like her that tends to want to be kind of all up in your grill all the time, I will do that. So when we took a step forward, I clicked even though she was pretty close to me. But I was letting her know that, yes, following me calmly one step is what I want. Sometimes we have to pick what we want to reinforce for and then specify later from there of, and now you do that without your nose in the peck. Can we go back? Now? No? Excellent job. Excellent job, good girl. Yeah, I'll take that.
Now what's the ball for?
There we go. We're going to actually do that next.
Oh.